Alrighty then, there we are. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 316, Reader Magnet. First thing you need to do with your reader magnet is answer the question, why would anybody read this or this type of stuff? We'd all like to just throw out a couple chapters and hope that the readers pick that up and read it and then want to buy the next ones and buy the rest of the book and keep moving forward. This isn't always the case. You could try it, see what works for you. A short story, a novelette, a novella, or a full-length novel. I've had the absolute best luck with a full-length novel as my reader magnet. Now, keep in mind, this has to be one of the best examples of your writing because you want people to come to you and read your other stuff. If your reader magnet is just something extra that you have, which is what I used for a couple of years, and no wonder my newsletter languished and had a hard time getting people on board. But once I changed it and went with a full-length book, numbers really increased fast because that full-length book, these glasses are ridiculously large. That full-length book helped people come on board, and a lot of people read it. They picked it up, they gave me their email address for it, and then they read the whole book and were excited to go then in a different route and find one of my other series and start there and keep reading. So, good news there. It needs to be a tasty sample. So even if it's a short story, you got to grip those readers and keep them on board through the end. And it has to be complete. It has to tell a full story in order for the readers to say, yes, I like this. A lot of people use chapters. I have never used chapters. I have once, and it worked for crap. They didn't want to read it. They said, this is a scam. This is a bait and switch. I'm reading this stuff, and it doesn't end. I have to buy something. So, I didn't. I only put up with that for so long before I said, nope, sorry, let me make it short stories. And generally, I write a lot of short stories for anthologies, and then I turn them around and give them away for free. So all of this is an opportunity to keep readers engaged, keep readers on board, give them something for free like I do through Patreon. Patreon isn't free, though, because people have to subscribe to my Patreon. My lowest level is like $7.38. I went with odd numbers just because. And second level is $13.25 or something like that. So I share chapters each week, at least one chapter a week, and it's more like 10 chapters a week. But they can get it there. And so the Patreon, they keep providing a nice, consistent cash flow month in, month out. The most important thing is capture the reader email. If you use a reader magnet and you're not getting their email, this is folly. You're getting paid in exposure dollars. Exposure dollars have no buying power. So there's good exposure that has buying power, and then there's all of the rest of the exposure, which is like you as Lady Godiva without the hair and without Lady Godiva's body or horse. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure you capture their email in order to they give you something for what you give them. It's a transaction, and once you have their email, now that gives you a hell of a lot more control than just a Facebook follow. And I've done that as well, an Amazon follow or a Facebook follow for a book. And it's okay, but it's not like having their email where you can send something to them directly, because direct marketing from somebody who wants to be there because they got your book, and you got to make sure your name is really big all over the place on your reader magnet. So you're the brand, unless it's you're branding the universe or something like that. I know Chris Kennedy's Four Horsemen. I mean, if they're branding Four Horsemen, then Four Horsemen. They should always put that and pump that so people recognize and they get brand awareness, like Coke or Pepsi. What's better, Coke or Pepsi, or pizza with pineapple? Don't get into those arguments. You can't win. So magnet. It's about attracting the readers to you and your brand and then keeping them. So that's why it needs to be the best example of something you have. You keep giving them good content, transactional. They keep buying good content because it's there. Hey, look at this book. It's a follow-on to this one. Yeah, it'll cost you only $4.99. Only $4.99. Make sure that you don't oversell. Like, I'm sorry it costs $4. No, crap. You wrote this book. $4.99 is fine. Whatever price you put on it, that's what you think it's worth for them to make that transaction and stay on board. So there you go. Reader magnet. Understand why you're doing it. Understand what you can do in the transactional part of the process. You get their email. That's probably the most important thing you can do for a reader magnet. And then you keep them on board by giving them good content through your email system, whatever you use for a newsletter. Alrighty then. That's about it. Stanley's sleeping behind me. Let me see if I can get him there. Oop, wrong way. There he is. Oh, Stanley. He's sleeping. All right. Peace, fellow humans.